let me discuss this real quick. Okay. Now, one of the fun things about the Rippaverse is that we are very early on in the process. We're not even 2 years old, if you can believe that. We're just getting started, quite literally. Okay? We have a growing pool of talent that is here day to day, internally, working on something. We got plenty of unannounced books that are being worked on. Our release schedule is speeding up this year. And you've heard me ask this question on forums of social media, as well as like what you're looking at right now on YouTube. Now, what we're looking at right now as well, though, is Joe Bennett's amazing art. This is the caliber, the direction that we're going in as a company with a pool of talent that is growing. Joe Bennett's one of the best in the absolute business. It's just amazing to look at, seeing his pistol. And of course, with the introduction of various types of characters, the genres start to expand. So I'm interested. If you're watching this as a segment or you're watching this live, what kind of genres would you like the Rippaverse to entertain? Because there's room for it all. The expanding universe means that we can tell stories from whatever perspective makes sense. So yes, the superhero elements and having those elements there are probably going to be important. That's going to be our biggest driver. It's been like that in comics for a very long time in the West. However, there's some other cool stuff that we can entertain. So I would love to know from the different perspectives. Let's say this. You guys have seen some different characters, right? Blood Ruth kind of changed the game, right? If you read isom 2, she's a change of pace. Let's say that. From isom, not just in her powers, but what it is that she's entertained. You've seen some sort of fantasy elements that have been introduced there. We have Gooding, right? Gooding, I can't wait for you guys to read that book. It is different. Gooding's not a superpowered being, okay? It's different. It's different. There's some other stories that are being told as well that I won't NDA myself on, but now that you know that, not only the pool of talent, I know a lot of people have requested the horror elements mainly because of like what happened at the end of isom 2, but also we have Joe Bennett. You know how crazy talented he is, and people remember some of the stuff that he was doing, like with Immortal Hulk, and they want to see those elements be entertained as well. Well, there's room for it all. I go where the demand goes. That's where I go. Period. And speaking of talent, you know we have the Saskas here. You know that they that horror stuff is right up their alley. Okay, but this is the fun thing to try to conjure, right? We have to build a plan that makes sense for us financially, of course, and there's a lot of money to be made in telling different types of stories. So we want to go where the audience says, hey, we've seen this character, or maybe there's a character that you haven't seen yet, but it's a genre. It's something that you want to see entertained, that you'd like to see the Rippaverse dab in a little bit. And I would love to hear that perspective from you guys. What type of other types of, let's say, comics and genres would you like to see us entertain? And perhaps there's a character that you already see introduced that you want to see that's in that genre of book. I would love to hear. There's room for it all. It's fun. It's very fun. We have these discussions all the time internally. It's just a lot going on. So let me know. We're keeping tabs on it. We are trying to be a major publisher. And by major, I don't mean like we're just putting books out just to put out books. No, it's we want a legitimate release schedule, and we want to be able to have this be a one-stop shop form of entertainment or place of entertainment for the audience out there. So no matter where it is that you are, maybe the Rippaverse becomes what, let's say, a Marvel or DC was to me, where that was pretty much my go-to form of entertainment for a very long time. Maybe the Rippaverse becomes that for you guys. In order to get to that point, we understand that we have to speed things up. And that's what it is that we're doing. You're going to be getting lots of books this year, and we're going to keep growing. The catalog's going to keep growing. Lots of fun. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what perspectives you like to see. Maybe there's characters that have already been introduced. Maybe there's some cool artists that may be available. Maybe you've already seen their work with us that you'd like to see them dab into that. Let me know, because I for sure want to hear you out on that.